Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mr. Kaoru channel. Today I would like to talk about the 10 fragrances that I would keep and throw away all the rest. So please stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mr. Kaoru channel. Today I would like to share with you my 10 fragrances that I would keep if I had to throw away all the rest. This is a popular topic amongst the fragrance community and I wanted to share my thoughts as well. These fragrances are not my current favorite fragrances or my most worn fragrances. With that being said, I categorize the list into 4 categories. You have to have a balanced collection of fragrances to fit for your various occasions throughout your life. The categories are warm weather, cold weather, exceptionals for special occasions, and signature everyday use. So please keep in mind that this is my personal current list as of today. If I were to do this list next year, it would likely change. And this list is not in any particular order. So let's get started. For the first category, I would like to go with warm weather scents. And I have picked 2 fragrances for that category. And the first one is Hermes Terre de Hermes Outre Fresh. Some of the notes are orange citruses, water notes, geranium, and woody notes. Yeah, if you have been watching my channel, this is no surprise. This has been my top ranked summer fragrance for 2 consecutive years. Really nice and airy, fresh, watery expression of the original Terre de Hermes Eau de Toilette. The watery orange vetiver smells nice and fresh without smelling, like too young or premature. You get the nice sophisticated smell that Hermes always deliver. You can just spray this on a scorching hot day and you'll feel crisp, clean, and refreshed. I chose this over many other freshies because I feel that this fragrance does the best job at making me feel fresh and clean on the really hottest days. Too bad this has been officially discontinued, and yeah, I think I need to get a backup bottle while I can. So that's the first one, Terre de Hermes Outre Fresh. Okay, so let's get into the second one for the warm weather scents. Okay, so that is Creed Millésime Impérial. Okay, some of the notes are fruity notes, sea salt, lemon bergamot, iris, and some ambergris. I get a good ambergris in here. This is a fragrance that makes me feel relaxed and chilled on the hot summer days. It has a bright citrus opening with iris and sea salt, ambergris combination. Smells like you cut open a chilled watermelon on the beach. I wanted to keep this fragrance because not only does it smell nice and fresh, but it also has a class of elegance. With that, you get a really nice, happy, uplifting vibe. It makes me smile, and I feel happy every time I wear it. So not many fragrances can pull that off, that kind of combination for sure. As per my experience, I get pretty decent performance from this fragrance, which is always a nice thing. And I would have to go as far as to say I like this over Aventus, which also comes from Creed, which is like the king of men's fragrances. I kind of lean towards this over Aventus, quite surprisingly. So I think that explains a lot. So yeah, second one for the warm weather scents is Creed's Millésime Impérial. Okay, so let's get into the next category. The next category would be the cold weather scents, and I have picked 3 fragrances for this category. And the first one is Mugler Amen Pure Malt. Some of the notes are orange bergamot, malt, whiskey, patchouli, coffee, vanilla, amber. No surprise that this fragrance is showing on this list. As I've mentioned, this is my favorite fragrance of all time. Pure Malt has a great whiskey, boozy vibe combined with the fruity maltiness, along with the classic Mugler Amen base. You get the nice rugged nuance from the slightly peaty burnt note that comes in here. It's just a super cool guy fragrance, a little bit rugged but also nice, sweet and sexy. Obviously a great performer, even in the cold weather. This fragrance I fell in love with the moment I tried it for the first time. I still remember to this day. It was in Kuala Lumpur airport, immediately fall in love with it. I still feel the same way when I first tried it. There's no way I can have this fragrance out. That was Amin Pure Malt. And the next fragrance for the cold weather is Christian Dior Own Parfum. Some of the notes are iris, Italian orange, leather, rose, and Brett agarwood. This is the Parfum version of the original Dior Homme, or Dior Homme original as of now. Not the new Dior Homme 2020, okay? It's not that one, it's the original one. This is a super enhanced version of the Dior Homme original. It's completely on a different level. It's a super luxury monster. It's iris, leather, rose, oud, chocolate. It's regal, opulent, super luxurious, decadent, all those things. Even the performance is a monster of a performer. This is an example of what Christian Dior is capable of doing. Actually, I think it should be in the exclusive line, or the privé line, what they call it. I think that this belongs in that more than in the standard lines of things, but I don't know. Absolute class winter fragrance. The quality is totally in the niche side of the world with a designer vibe. On top of the awesome smell, this is the very fragrance I wore at my own wedding. This is a special fragrance for me that I cannot leave out. So that was Dior Own Parfum. The third fragrance for the cold weather is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Some of the notes are cardamom, nutmeg, saffron, mandarin orange, kulfi, rose, vanilla, amber, and so on. Tom Ford Noir Extreme is a nice, bold, a mysterious gourmand. In the cold pits of winter, you always need one warm and cozy fragrance. This is the fragrance I want to wear on Christmas and New Year's when you're getting around with your family and friends in front of the stove. This fragrance has a dark, mysterious accord with the cardamom along with the milky vanilla. This gives a similar vibe to Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, which is recognized to be one of the all-time best cozy fragrances for winter. I personally prefer Noir Extreme over Tobacco Vanille because it's more of a gourmand, and I like the dark, mysterious impression that this gives, especially that cardamom. I like it so much. It's a must-have fragrance for me in the cold weather. So there you go, Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Okay, so the next category we would like to go is the exceptionals. So this is this fragrance for your special occasions, or some of the very artistic fragrances. They're like fine pieces of art that you are strongly connected to. So let's get in. The first one is Miya Shinma Parfums Tachibana. Okay, so there you go. I always keep this in the box it came in just for extra security. Some of the notes are yuzu, orange blossom, Haitian vetiver, musk, and amber. So Tachibana is an absolutely stunning, bold, neroli vetiver fragrance. This fragrance opens up with a bright yuzu, citrus, and neroli, but don't let this opening trick you. It turns into a damp, earthy vetiver composition with a huge amber base. The amber in this is like the most refined and authentic amber I have ever put my nose on. This stuff is no joke. No joke, this is serious, okay? There's something so convincing about this fragrance that whenever you smell this, you feel like you need to take things very seriously. If someone walked into this room with this on, everyone will be like, okay, we're not supposed to mess with this person. Seriously. So there is just something so special about this fragrance that there has to be some kind of sorcery that went into this juice. That's why I really like this, and I definitely need to have this in my collection always. Okay, and then the second fragrance from the exceptionals category is Guerlain Derby. Some of the notes are carnation, spices, exotic woods, leather, birch, and patchouli. So this fragrance is simply one of the best truly masculine scents ever created. Okay, ever. The masculinity in this fragrance is in the same vein as Guerlain Vetiver, which there is like no way a woman can pull it off. You know, even in today's relatively gender neutral world, I mean, a woman is not gonna wear this. I mean, I just don't see it. The opening is gorgeous. I mean, it's like one of the all-time great openings, I think, with the bright bergamot. And the dry down, you get a huge carnation note that gives a nice, really just a nice classic touch. And you get the beautiful leather and a whole lot of herbal accords. Wow. It really gives you that European, I don't know, aristocratic kind of vibe, where they wore the black hats and, you know, with the canes, and wore a double-breasted suit, where they had social meetups at the horse race tracks by the turf. Okay, something like that. Sad enough, this fragrance is discontinued as of today. I actually rushed to the Guerlain boutique in Tokyo. I was lucky enough to take home the very last bottle that they had, so very lucky to have this. This is a true masterpiece that I want to keep until I feel eligible to be wearing this. But it's not my time yet. Probably need to accomplish more things in my life to be able to wear it and make sense, and to not make a fool of myself. Until then, I won't let go of this fragrance. Okay, so now we're going into the final category of this list, and it is the signature fragrances. And I have picked 3 fragrances for that category. So the first one is Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver. Okay, some of the notes are grapefruit, orange blossom, nutmeg, orris root, vetiver, woody notes, and amber. So this is my signature scent for the office as of today. I mean, it is not the only thing that I wear, but I tend to wear this on special days to my office, or when I need to be looking as formal as much as possible. I always choose this one. So if you had seen my top 10 fragrance for the office, you wouldn't be surprised with this selection. Very bright and fresh citrus opening that connects to an in the middle vetiver, which is not on the clean side nor the really rooty and soily side. Great amber base with the chalky orris root touch to tighten things up. Very clean and fresh and serious. This will make you look well put together and gentlemanly. You can never go wrong with this in the business occasions. I will always need this as my go-to fragrance for the office. Okay, the next fragrance from the signature fragrances category is Parfums Satori Silk Iris. Okay, some of the notes are lemon, bergamot, green leaves, elemi, iris. This is a very beautiful fragrance from the Japanese niche house of Parfums Satori. I personally think that this is the best real iris-based fragrance available in the market today. There's no other fragrance that brings out the material of iris better than this right here. The iris here is like silky smooth. There's no better way to describe it. It's like you're wearing the finest white silk shawl wrapped around your neck. The performance is not good. It's very delicate and subtle, but that's kind of why I like it. I like to wear this to soothe my feelings when I have a rough day. This fragrance I have to have in my collection for relaxation purposes. Oh, great. Okay. The third fragrance from the signature category is Christian Dior Savage Eau de Toilette. So, some of the notes are bergamot, pepper, Sichuan pepper, lavender, vetiver, patchouli, ambroxan, and so on. What a surprise! A blue fragrance on a list. So I don't know if this fragrance needs any introduction at all, this is a super mass appealing blue fragrance. These super mass appealing blue fragrances tend to not get the appreciation that it deserves, I think, especially from the fragrance enthusiasts like me. I believe Dior Savage, specifically the Eau de Toilette, is a masterpiece. I like the attractive, sharp bergamot pepper opening. I mean, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love the aggressive lavender and Ambroxan dry down as well. I also love the versatility. You can wear this to the office. You would have a great time with this off work. It doesn't smell cheap. Performance is fantastic, at least for the first formulation that I have here. Run through more than half of it. I need to be cautious on the trigger now. It will last you throughout the day. You can rock it to the gym. The versatility age-wise is also great. I can easily imagine myself wearing this fragrance 20 years later. It's such an easy fragrance to wear for me. I find myself constantly reaching for this fragrance when I don't have time to think about what to wear it on the day. Though it is not the fragrance I would reach for on special occasions, it is the fragrance which I need for my everyday life. So there you go. Dior Savage Eau de Toilette. Yeah. Okay, so that kind of wraps up the 10 fragrances that I would keep from my collection if I had to throw out all the rest. Standard stuff. I guess you don't need the niche stuff every day. Sometimes, you know, the designer is enough for everyday use. You really can't discredit designer fragrances like we tend to do when we're going into niche stuff all the time. But anyways, it was a really fun list to put together, so you should really try to do that for yourself as well. And please share in the comments what are some of your must-keep 10 fragrances. That's it for today. If you liked my content, please hit the subscribe button and press the like button, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.